So some earlier work by Jim Deanna in China showed that you could delay feeding, for instance, and if you fertilize the pond, you have natural food production, and then the fingerlings can feed off that, so you don't actually have to put feeds into the pond. And we've extended that to do many different reduced feeding strategies, including alternate day feeding, subsatiation feeding, which is feeding less than the recommended amount, say by a manufacturer of the feeds. And really, a lot of that work has also come from our own work in North Carolina State, where we're doing feed reduction technologies for hybrid striped bass culture, for instance, which is a big fish in our state, in North Carolina. And so really it's come from many sources. It's come from the literature, it's come from problems we have in our own state, and some research that's been previously done. And so we've expanded upon that, and we've also extended it to developing feeds that are cheaper. So for instance, we can now grow tilapia here under semi-intensive culture conditions where we have natural food production through fertilization of the ponds, and then we add feed, and we can reduce the amount of that added feed by almost 60% and produce a similar sized fish. So that's a huge step forward on the research and development aspect of tilapia culture here in the Philippines. And at the same time, you have less input into the environment, so there's less pollution and nutrient deposition in the ponds.
Isa po ako sa farmer cooperator ng Aquafish project ni Dr. Bolivar. Ako po ay nagsimulang mag-fish pond noong 1998 at noong 1999 ako po ay napiling cooperator nitong proyektong ito. At ito po ay nakatulong sa akin ng malaki, lalong-lalo na sa pag-cut ng expenses sa feeds at saka kung ano-anong feeding strategies na naituro sa akin. Sa ngayon po, ako po ay nagde-develop nung sarili kong modification na yung technology galing sa kanila, minomodify ko lang po. Malaki ang aking naging katipiran sa feeds. At ako'y nagagalak dahil kung nakatipid ka ng feeds, ibig sabihin, lalaki ang iyong net profit. So yan yung mga kahalagahan ng teknolohiyang dinevelop ng project na ito. Dito kasi ay may delayed feeding na ang kanilang sinaliksik ay hanggang 75 days. So ako, ginagawa ko yung iba, 30 days, 15 days, 35 days. At meron din silang delayed feeding, alternate feeding o pagpapakain sa isda bawat every other day. So ito po ay minodify ko at kung minsan ay ginagawa kong 2 days, 3 days na hindi nagpapakain ng isda. Lahat po ng ginagawa ko ay depende sa growth performance ng isda. Siyempre, kung maliit, bakit mo i-alternate o i-delay? Ngayon, lahat ng ginagawa ko ay depende sa paglaki ng isda. Na ipababa ko po ang aking feed consumption ng 30%. So, kung nakatipid ako ng 30% sa aking gastusin, so ibig sabihin, yung mga natipid ko ay maidadagdag doon sa aking net profit. Malaking tulong sa pangkabuhayan dahil pababawasan ang gastusin. So, aangat ang kabuhayan ng mga fish farmer.
I think it's very important to develop our aquaculture industry because finfish and shellfish consumption in the world is increasing rapidly, partly because it's a highly nutritious food, a good source of protein, and our wild fisheries are declining. And so if we want to have seafood, we're going to have to produce seafood. And I think it's very important to develop those technologies that allow good, sustainable development of that industry that also sustains the environment and maintains incomes for small-scale farmers. And I think that applies not only in the Philippines, it applies to the United States and worldwide. And I hope the technologies we've developed here in the Philippines with our Aquafish CRISP program will advance that goal.
The farmers should be aware of the technologies that we have generated from this project. So this is more on disseminating the technology, and somehow by the technologies to be adopted by the farmers, it will really impact their operations. It will increase their income as well as increase their production. Because the future of the industry, as far as I know, this is my personal view, we still have a bright future for the tilapia industry, but somehow we have to harness our untapped resources in the Philippines. And also couple this with the available technologies that the research institutions have been generating for many ages.
Yeah, CLSU has a very, very important stake as far as tilapia farming is concerned. We may recall that during the early 70s, CLSU already was involved in tilapia research, so we can claim that we made a very, very significant contribution as far as developing the tilapia industry is concerned, developing yung different production technologies, different hatchery techniques, ngayon feeding management. So CLSU, through our Freshwater Aquaculture Center, will continue to do research in order to improve the technology and to further develop the industry. Makakaasa ang ating mga partners na ipagpapatuloy ng CLSU ang gawain ito.
Sa mga ating mga kapwa nag-aalaga ng tilapia, na ang ating isipin ay mapabuti ang ating ekonomiya, pero not to the extent of destroying the environment. I think we have always to think of sustainable tilapia aquaculture.
Well, para sa ating mga fisher po, sana po ay palagi po tayo na conscious po sa ating pag-adapt ng good production and management practices. Huwag po tayong padadala po sa naisin po natin na bigla po tayong makatanggap ng benepisyo, sapagkat ang pinag-uusapan po natin ho dito ay sustainability. Bagamat naintindihan po natin na nais din po nating kumita, pero dapat po ay pangalagaan natin yung ating industriya upang ito ay maging sustainable, especially in terms of the environmental sustainability. At saka siyempre, we also would like to attain economic sustainability. Pero ito ibabalanse po natin talaga, at makakaasa po kayo na ang CLSU ay magiging kabalikat at inyo pong partner para po sa pag-unlad ng ating industriya.
Kung maaari, gumawa ng mga pamamaraan na para makatipid sa pagkain, para makatipid ng waste sa tubig, at pumunta sa mga ahensya na mga technical tungkol sa palaisdaan upang matutunan yung mga paraan kung paano makakatipid at lumaki ang production.
Opo, makipag-ugnayan lang po kayo dito po sa Central Luzon State University po. Meron po tayong website. Ito po yung CLSU at clsu.edu.ph. Makaka-contact din po kayo sa tanggapan ko mismo po sa aming direct line po na 044-456-0688. Meron din pong diretso po kayo na makipag-ugnayan sa aming Freshwater Aquaculture Center. Ang kanila pong telephone number ay 044-456-0681 at meron din pong website yung project po ng Aquafish CRSUP CLSU project.